Hey y'all. Okay. It's Amy from See Amy Draw. I had a video I wanted to do today. Okay? It's like an update on my planner system that I told y'all I was going to be doing. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing pretty good so far. This is my it's a couch tray. I believe that's what it's called. It's a couch tray. I will link it. I have an affiliate link for it, and I absolutely love it. But it's essentially, it has like inserts and stuff, but I took all the inserts out, and now it just houses all of my journaling things. I'm obsessed. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But that's not what we're here for today. We're gonna talk about the planners I said I was going to use, and if I'm still using them. One thing you'll notice, she found her Hobonichi weeks. I lost this. I started it. I was doing so, I don't even emphasize how well I was doing. I was doing good for 2 weeks, right? And then I just fell off the planet. And then I found it 2 days ago. So I'm going in, filling in some things, but I'm not really worried about these blank pages. We'll talk about her in a minute. But everything else is going really well. Just really well. Even my 5-year that I told y'all I did not want to hear nothing about, me not sticking to it. Y'all, I'm sticking with it. It's pretty awesome. So let me show you real quick. I'll start with this one because this is probably the least, I don't know, I guess the least exciting one. It's just a bunch of writing and things, but this is the 5-year A6 Hobonichi, and I got it to write things about my kids and things like that. But what it's turned into is really just you'll see I have written on every single day. It's turned into just little lessons. So things that I'm noticing throughout my days where I'm just okay, y'all, this is what I need to remind y'all of on this day. But also some of these I'll have something that happened that day, which is really fun. And y'all, I really thought, I don't know what I thought actually about this being it's a commitment in the sense that it is something that I'll be using for 5 years. But to write in it, y'all, I will go 4 days without writing something, but I know in my head what I want to write. When I go back, because the space is so small, it takes me no time at all. So it's definitely worth it, in my opinion. I've always been intimidated by these just because it is a long-term commitment. But as far as the amount of time it takes to actually sit down and write stuff in it, not much time at all. But I will put something on this blank facing page if it applies. This one here. So when I went and hung out with some of my old coworkers, and I wrote something in here about in your life you'll have some people who are always sticking by your side, and my kids know them, so I put a picture of them in there. I thought that would be kind of fun for them to, when they go through this, to see little bits and pieces of my life and how I want the lessons that I'm learning to be how I want them to take them. So mailbox snowman. Abby made a snowman on a mailbox because if y'all don't know, I live in Alabama. A lot of y'all think I live in Florida. I don't know why. But I live in Alabama, and it snowed. And not due to just snow. We still have snow on the ground from Friday. It is Monday, y'all. That's not okay. Our snow gets here, and she's gone by the afternoon. She's very mindful of the fact that we don't play. We don't do that. We don't shovel our sidewalks. Is that what it's... Or have trucks that have the ability to clear out snow and whatnot. We don't. It's not for us. It's not for us. So, yeah. So anyways, there's the 5-year Hobonichi. That was fun. The next one I think I'll talk about is, let's talk about the easier ones. So these here, this is my daily planner. This is where I just kind of write down. Oh, and I decorated my inside covers. I'm doing that. I started just doing it for my journals. So this one is decorated, and then this one is decorated, but I had so much fun with it. These are very similar themes and like all the reds and pinks and cherries and whatnot. But then I decided when I was using this the other day, I was like, you know what? I had so much fun decorating these inside covers, and I still have to do like my A6 Hobonichi. So, well, shoot. Put a sticker in there. I'll find a notebook. We can do one together because it's just so much fun. So for this one, I have this like pack of scrapbook paper I got from Bang Bang Paper Co. And a lot of y'all will ask where a lot of my ephemera and deco and stuff like that has come from. It's from her shop on Etsy. It's amazing. But I'm pretty sure I ordered this from them. It's just like a pack of scrapbook paper. And I've been using it up, and you'll see it more in my journals here in a minute. But that's what I've been using for the background on these like covers. It's so cute. And I decided, like, I just used a whole bunch of like washi and stickers from Theoretical Designs, High Paper Clouds, and this is from Sarah's Studio, the little coffee stain and the little like cassette tape, because I'm obsessed with like, I've been collecting physical medium music lately, particularly vinyl and cassette tapes. But yeah, having a lot of fun with that. And then on this side, I decided to, I've been putting a photo of myself. I don't take pictures. Well, I take selfies, but like, I don't get put in pictures very often. And so I decided to just include some selfies. This is like a silly one. This is the second one I did. So I did like the silly face one. This one I did because I got my hair done and I hadn't updated my Instagram photo in like 1,000 years. So I was like, let me update this so it looks like what I look like now. So I don't like jump scare somebody maybe in public. But anyways, so this is actually, all of these are selfies, but I decided I was going to print out the selfies so I can see what I look like this year, or at least at the beginning of the year. Who knows what I'll look like at the end of the year. But yeah, this one was like a silly photo. This one I just felt really cute, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to print this out. So this is an Instagram story on my personal Instagram page asking if I should chop all my hair off, which I've decided, no, I will not do that because this color costs too much. But also, I really like my long hair. I haven't had long hair in a long time. Anyways, deco, High Paper Clouds. I think this was like all from a freebie. Just love it. And I love the like moth paper, scrapbook paper in the background. And then this, so this is the Orell Annie Plans. I talked about it in my lineup video. This is the 365, so you have page per day. And look, they're numbered too, if that helps you in any way, shape, or form. But you do get like 4 years on 2 pages. And then these here where I just put like birthdays and stuff. Maybe I'll decorate the pages. I was using this tracker, and I love the idea of this tracker. My only problem with it is I don't update a tracker every single day. And y'all, I'm not going to sit, I have to sit here and count. So I know where I left off. I don't have time for that. So we're just going to abandon this. And just know that Amy has been working out pretty much every single day. I took like 2 days off from the gym last week because I was sick. And then, but I go to the gym every single day, and do something to move my body and get my like, activity count from my Aura ring. And then sleep. No, we're not going to talk about that because your girl's not been sleeping very well. And then you have your monthlies, which these are dated, which is super helpful because I don't want to sit here and like date undated monthlies. It's helpful until I forget this exists and then I get frustrated because I hadn't used anything. But I'm keeping up with it. So January's filling up pretty well. And then after all your monthlies, you get your daily pages, which these are all just blank pages. And for the most part, I just write down like my to-do list. I do like a bullet journal key that I don't write down my key because I know my key. I've been using this system for like years now, despite what type of planner I've been in. X means I've done it. This little arrow means I need to do it. I need to migrate it so it goes to the next day or a few days later. The little half just the one slash means that I've started doing it. A heart typically just means like something that I've done for myself. And then this triangle is for meetings, which, yeah, that's just, I'm just like, it's so ingrained in my head that I don't even think about it anymore. That's just how I write things down. For the most part, I've been doing really well keeping up with it. However, during it was not a snowpocalypse. It was just insane that this snow has lasted this long. I did not know snow could last this long. But I didn't, because it was just too much chaos all in that weekend. So I didn't actually like plan anything. I don't typically plan things on the weekends, but I do write down what I did in case I need to reference it for something later for whatever weird reason. So yeah. Oh, good. My dog's barking. Okay. Anyways. And then this is today's to-do list, which I did sit down and actually write out because I have so much stuff I have to do for my 2 other jobs outside of my shop, and then just some like little personal things I had to do. And yes, there's that. I love it. I have not taken this anywhere with me because I'm terrible when it comes to like carrying a purse. I don't like carrying a purse, and I don't usually carry a bag or a purse or anything. But also I have a clear cover on the way because I don't want anything to happen to these stickers. So I'm waiting on my grandma couch cover to come. I ordered it from Orell. I know some of y'all suggested Angel Shop. I think she has some for a passport this big. I wasn't sure. And then I saw that Tiki had ordered and stocked covers that are specifically designed to fit her planners. And so I was like, bet I'm going to get that. So I got that. So I'm using it. And maybe when I put a grandma couch cover on, I'll actually take it somewhere because it would fit. And I can do like a what's in my bag later, because I've really been loving like the Baggu bags, and I can show y'all those if you're interested in seeing it, what planners actually fit in there. But it's my favorite bag if I have to take a bag somewhere. So she'll fit in all of them. Let's talk this one real quick. So this is, I'm not even gonna like take a bunch of time on this. This is just an A6 Techo where I write down like a brain dump from that night. I had like a couple days I didn't do this again. Like the snow threw me off. But and then this night I went out drinking, and so I was like, you're not really thinking about anything. I did this the day after, obviously. But yeah, I just write down like random things about either something that I've read that I want to make sure I remember, or just some things like a little pep talk to myself, like get out of your own head and all of that. So there's that. I have been trying to decorate my pockets, and with that we'll talk about this little baby, because I talked about this one in brief last time, but like y'all didn't really see anything. But I just really wanted to show y'all my pocket. Look how good that looks, y'all. I have come a very, very long way as far as decorating pockets go. So I've got like my little Diet Coke girly. This vinyl's in my shop. And then as well as like stickers and whatnots. I got a little muffin that was once upon a time in my shop. The Happy Danny's in my shop. This is the mini sheet of the Diet Coke girly. I just like how it looks right here. Okay. And then a Coffee Monster Co. sampler. I got this in an ephemera pack from Bang Bang Paper Co. And y'all, I would love so much to find just like a whole pack of these like cherry paper clips, because they're so cute. And then this is a sampler from Bubba Sticker. So let's go. Yeah. Bubba Bear Studios. And I just love how the red matches everything that I have going on here, because the reds and the pinks are really speaking to me. This is a vinyl from my shop. This is just like some of those little, if you are one of my IRL dudes on Patreon, I send you Happy Meal every month. Hey. But I do these like little thermal stickers for the packaging. And then what else I have? Oh, and this is just like a little envelope from One Ton in a Million. So cute. And then in here I just have a bunch of random stuff. This is the Orell Annie Plans Catch-All Weekly, which I've talked about in a couple videos before, but I've started using it for my shop. We're going to skip the weeks that I don't have anything written down on them, because that's just pointless. But anyways, I love this format because you also get the monthlies. I'm not going to show you those. Same start as this like catch-all or this 365. But for this one, you get like a weekly, like almost like a Hobonichi weeks layout here. And then you get 3 blank pages after that week. This one here, I have some things covered up because I'm working on customs right now and y'all don't need to know these people's full names. So I will probably use these extra pages for like notes. I have a huge release I have next weekend. Not this weekend, the next weekend, this weekend here. I think it's this weekend. Oh God, I gotta look at my schedule again. I'm pretty sure it's next weekend. But anyways, so I'll probably be writing a bunch of gibberish and chicken scratch to help prepare for that. Well, this is a cover I haven't decorated yet, and I'll do the inside cover too. Like a little, hey, this is Amy's stuff thing. So we'll do that in another video since I haven't done that yet. So I think all I have left to talk to y'all about is I don't have my work Hobonichi weeks up here. Y'all need to see that. It's boring. It's just full of just writing and nonsense and things y'all probably, some of y'all would understand. If you work in development, you might understand, but you also don't need to know my secrets. So, but it's just pen. It's just, that's it. It's just red, blue, black pen. And yes, I'm still using it for work. But so these are like my 2 journals, and y'all, there's a lot of similarities that you're going to see in here. There's a lot of overlap, and that's fine. We're okay with that. We love that. Because this one I'm writing in every single day. This one this is just like the highlights. So I think I did the math, and in order for me to finish this through the entire year is if I dedicate, I think 20 pages per month. Yes, 20 pages per month, and I will finish this notebook, this Leuchtturm A5, this year. So I have it obviously decorated and whatnot. Here's all my deco. And then here, this is like the index page, which I'm not using it for an index, obviously. I am using it as a reference for the tombos that I use on these certain pages, because I will probably at some point add another like tombow swatch page in here, like I did with this one. Like here's my one for my Crayola Super Tips. I did one, and then I don't even think I used them that much in here. And then I have one in here for my tombos. Somewhere. Here she is. Which I could do this again, but this was a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to do that. So for the time being, I'm just using the index, and I will make a mark and then write down what color markers I used on these certain pages. So when I flip to a page, I will see that the tombo's been used on that page. And if I want to know what color it was, I just can reference my index. Here is page 1. I had some champagne because it was New Year's, and it was the 19 Crimes Cali Gold. It was okay, but I really love this. So I was like, this is giving New Year's, so I used it, obviously. And then I do get asked, like, or I have people tell me like, oh, well, my life's not that interesting. I don't do all that much to be having like a journal or like a junk journal or anything. Y'all, this spread right here, I had some soup for lunch, and this, all I wrote about was how much I love soup. So I think it's just how you like perceive your own life, right? Like that was something for me that was interesting enough that I thought would be fun to come back and look on. I love soup. I've always loved soup. I know people who hate soup, and I don't understand them, and that's fine. But I love soup, so I did a whole entire spread on how I love soup, or a journal entry on how I love soup. It doesn't matter what you're writing as long as you're just writing whatever you want to write, honestly. This is from when I went and hung out with my friends. We get together once a year for drinks, and honestly, that's probably too much to be getting together because of just a fun night. But anyways, I wrote a little entry in here about them and how much they mean to me. So I got this from Helen from Coffee Monsters Co. She did like the fruits and veggies sticker thing. I'm not writing down like the day or like the type of fruit or whatever it was. I'm just putting the stickers in here because I just like that. Yeah. And that's the only reason I need. But also because for me, I love how it looks for other people, but for me, that's just a little too much work. I just want somewhere to put my little fruit stickers so I can take them off my shirt. Cause I usually will like grab an apple, I peel that little sucker off, and then I put it right on my shirt. And then I go throughout my whole entire day. And then somebody, if they're my friend, will be like, hey, Amy. And I'm like, oh yeah, I was saving that for later. But anyways, and then this is like, I got this. I had been taking ginger shots, so I peeled the little sticker off of that and put it in there because technically that counts. That counts for me. Here, this is that same photo from that pocket from this passport. I just really like how I looked in that photo. And so I printed it out, gave myself a little pep talk. See, sometimes it just can be as little as you just printing out a photo of yourself that you think you just look so cute. And then you just give yourself a little pep talk. Because one day I'm going to have to come back and I'm going to have to read this page. And I'm going to be like, Amy, I'm so glad you did that for yourself. And I'll be like, you're welcome. But snow day, we walked to Winn-Dixie. And that was an adventure and a half. So I wrote about that. And then some photos. Me and my girls had like a snowball fight on the way over there. But that's all I have so far for January, which is pretty good because January, this is what's today? The 13th. And I typically don't have anything. I typically don't for like certain months. I'll only have maybe 5 to 8 entries. I don't do that much, but I'm trying to do more. So like I said, this is like highlights where I use a lot of photos, a lot of like junk journaling stuff, receipts and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff in this particular notebook. And I love that. I love having it separate from this, because this is something I write in every single day. And so I said this, I think from the beginning, that I wasn't going to do as much in here as far as like photos and ephemera and things like that go. I lied, okay? One thing about me is I will say something and then 5 seconds later I will turn around and do something completely different. And yes, these are from the Hobonichi website because I always get asked where my pencil boards are from. Straight from the website. But anyways, I am keeping up with the weeklies. These are just highlights, obviously. In this column here, because I'm not using this for planning, so I'm not using this for like trackers or anything like that. I'm just making little smiley faces and writing down what Tombow markers I used on these pages. There's that. And a photo of me and my friends again. I have this photo everywhere because it makes me happy. And then this was last week, which I wrote all this down yesterday. Also, I don't want it to be like something that is like a huge time investment to keep up with these weekly spreads. I just want to see the highlights. That's it. This is my highlight reel for just things that happened that day. I'll either write down a couple different things that I did, or I will just literally write down one thing that took forever. But I am happy to say I am keeping up with this notebook. Yesterday I went and so I have a bunch of these quotes and things. I don't save a lot of quotes and stuff on Instagram, but I have started lately because Instagram, my feed has been feeding and it's been speaking to me. So I have been highlighting all and saving all the quotes and things. And then yesterday I decided to print them out. Oh, this is just a stupid text message from my sister. Then I just printed it out on sticker paper. So when I want to use it in here, I just, it's ready to go. So cut that up and then just taped it in here. I also taped some photos had added some photos of my planners in here because we had a little photo shoot for Patreon and it was so much fun. But I wanted to include those, so I did. And then, yeah, there's just going to be a bunch of these random quotes. And it also helps because these, like, when I have a day, and you'll see where I have not written down and I want to get something down, this takes up a lot of space. And I love that for me because I may have something that's, like, not very huge to write down, but I want to fill out the day. So I have been keeping up with my cousin, technically. Actually, yesterday I sat down and did like 4 days in a row, but I did it, so it counts. This is day 1. I have this like book. It's called Salty Birds. You can get it on Amazon, but I got it at Urban Outfitters, and it's just a bunch of like giant stickers of birds just being salty. It's hilarious. I love it. So I have been, that's where those stickers are coming from. Like this one says, you're mostly worth the hassle, which I thought that was a great way for me to start my year because of certain things. So anyways, I am worth the hassle. Anyways, yes. And then this day I asked Abby what I should draw because I wanted to do more drawing in here, and she was like a magic 8 ball. So I was like, that's weird. Okay, sure. So I wrote myself a little question. I answered it with my magic 8 ball. Excuse me. And then this is from that night I hung out with my friends. Again, another photo of me with my friends. And just some highlights from that night, because it was so funny, because the next day I woke up and like don't remember anything. Well, I do for the most part. But then as the day kind of progressed, I started remembering like all these like funny little things that happened, and I didn't want to forget them, so I wrote them down. So, and yes, usually we wait until the end of the night to take our photo, but I was like, y'all know I look cute now, so let's take our photo before we all just look like a bunch of crazy people. So glad we did that, because we all look great. So I just drew like the logo for the bar we went to in Birmingham, and yes. And then this is me the next day. I drew a picture of Reed. This is my alter ego, and it just says, "You, ma'am, have no business going that hard at your big age." But 5 stars for making it to the gym, because I did go to the gym and I ran, I think, like 2 miles. I was like, okay, now I'm done. This is from that scrapbook paper stack. I just put, I love the like little stars, and the colors match the tombos that I have been using lately. And Abby and I went on a hike, and we didn't get lost. It was the first time we went on a hike by ourselves, and we were very proud of ourselves for not getting lost, although we did walk in a straight line. That's not important. But we didn't get lost. Luke is in here. If you hear some really weird breathing, that's him, not me. And then I made katsu for dinner, which this is my second time making katsu, and it came out perfect. So I had to document it, because that's what you do. And then I'm working on the Patreon, so I decided to draw one of the illustrations from the Patreon, which is like this ephemera pack. And then my sister turned 19, so I wrote a little entry about her and how much she means to me. This is just a big day at work that I wrote about, but also like how much I love my job, and how much purpose my jobs give me, and how it really, I know people say like, oh, you shouldn't make your job part of like who, like your personality or who you are, your existence or whatever. I understand that fully, completely. However, I'm fortunate enough to where I get to work in a space where I am affecting change, and I love that, and that really helps me get up every single day. But yeah, so I'm very fortunate in that sense. And then I had another big work day. The very next day, we had a big board meeting for the new year for one of the organizations I work for, and I was just really proud of myself for how well I did. But yes. And then this is a printout from, I don't know, y'all, the follow bracelets, they're like these little bead bracelets. I don't have one on right now. But you basically pick an animal, and then you get like a QR code. You scan that QR code, and then you get to track this animal throughout its life, or throughout the time it spends with that tracker on its body. Because I have a shark, his name is Maverick. He is the biggest pain in the world, because this boy has been missing since I think December. But he's made me very unwell. And but I got a manatee for Christmas. I got myself a manatee because I had been wanting a manatee. His name is Nettles. Super cute. However, this is the day that it snowed, and when I pulled up his little update, they talked about cold stress in manatees and how terrible it is. And I got stressed out, and I was like, please, someone in Florida, go give my manatee a coat or 4, because I do not want him having cold stress. You chewing a bone? That's good. I love that. Love that so much. Anyways, but yeah, the follow bracelets are really fun. However, like I said, they can be stressful. This is a quote I saw on Instagram. Please keep taking leaps of faith that make people say that's a bold move. It's part of your lore, which I just love that. And I wrote about how much I love that. Because Saturday was just kind of like wasn't like a blood day. It just wasn't like, we're going to do too much. So yeah, sometimes you don't have to write about, like, you really can write about whatever the hell you want to write about, honestly. But for me, like, if I put a quote in here, I'm probably going to write about that quote if I don't have anything significant oh, excuse me, significant that happened from that day. And then yesterday, this is yesterday, I had a very balanced Sunday. Oops. I had a very balanced Sunday. I woke up. I woke up, yes, obviously. But then I laid in bed for like an hour and just let myself bed rot. But then I got up and I went to the gym. And then I worked out. I did this 30 minutes on the treadmill at a 12 incline at 3 speed. And y'all, I thought I was gonna die. But it felt so good when I got done. I saw this whole thing about it. And so I was like, because I usually run. And they're like, if you're trying to burn fat, try this instead. And like when you're doing the incline, lean forward so your weight bears down on your legs, I guess. I don't really know. But it felt amazing. It felt really good. And then I had chicken wings for lunch because balance, right? We watched the Bills game. Oh, there she goes again. Okay. Jesus. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna close the door. The Bills beat the Broncos, and that was amazing because I'm a Bills fan. I was adopted into the Bills Mafia because I bought a Bills sweatshirt at the Buffalo airport because I was cold. And when I got home, I kept wearing it because it was a very expensive sweatshirt. And every time I wore it, I always got the nicest compliments, and people were just so nice. So I was like, I'm a Bills fan now. So, but I have been for a while. But yeah, they beat Bo Nix and the Broncos. And if you know me, then you know I do not like Bo Nix. As a former Auburn fan, a reformed Auburn fan. But anyways, I think that's the last one. My dog is just going crazy downstairs. I have a couple other videos I want to do. Maybe do a tour of my journaling couch. What do you call this? A crate? I don't know. And then I don't think I've done a complete... No, don't you join in that. That's not your business. That's not for you. That's not for her either. But anyways, probably do a flip of this journal at some point because I haven't done a complete flip of this journal. And I think that would be really fun. So, yes, that's all I have. All right. I love y'all. Bye.